30% discount at Stone Stopper by Moonstone TM. Find us at moonstonenutrition.com. Here radio. Stone Stopper by Moonstone TM is a doctor-developed, science-backed kidney health solution with 30 MEq of alkali citrate to prevent kidney stones. Available in powders and capsules. Enjoy an exclusive discount with my promo code moonstonenutrition.com. Here radio to get 30% discount. Other shows we have for you to enjoy at myclassicradio.net. The Avengers was most certainly not a household name in South Africa prior to the radio series. With no national television service until 1976, the mechanism simply was not present in the country to show television programs to mass audiences. While many other countries reveled in the filmed adventures of John Steed and Company, South Africa was not equipped to join in the fun. The series took Britain by storm and made a major impression in the American markets, being that greatest of rarities, a British series given a network transmission slot. However, as a filmed series, rather than a videotaped one, The Avengers was able to gain a modicum of exposure in South Africa through film rentals. Come and listen at myclassicradio.net.
We now present The Adventures of Marco Polo. Princess Delana visited Marco Polo in his apartment at Kubla Khan's palace. She begged him to win the friendship of the great Khan. She informed him that Vanchu was plotting against the Khan, and she begged Marco Polo to tell Kubla Khan of the plot and to ask her hand in marriage. The next day, Marco Polo was taken into the city with his father, his uncle, and his servants, and there they beheld the strange wonders of the Orient. Then Marco Polo told his father that he should be able to persuade the Khan to save their lives, but if he did, he would probably have to marry Zelana. The next day, Vanchu visited Zelana and told her of his love. He confessed that he was party to a plot to overthrow Kubla Khan, and she asked him to give her proof. The day dawned on which Marco Polo and his companions were again to be brought before the Khan. Prior to seeing them, Kubla Khan sent for Vanchu.
Come, Vanchu, stand before me. This is the day I must pass judgment on the 4 white prisoners.
You ask my advice, most noble majesty.
I ask your advice.
Then I advise that these men be put to death.
I've seen the gifts which they brought to the city. My soldiers seized them and brought them before me. I do not think the gifts were of much value, but there's something I like about these strangers. They are fine, fearless men. I like not putting men to death without cause.
You have issued a decree, Most High. That decree states that no white men shall enter this city. Should they do so, they must be put to death.
True, very true, Vanchu. You think these strangers will cause trouble in my kingdom? That they will strive to stir up the people against me?
No one could stir up the people against you, most noble highness. You are beloved by all.
Flattery comes easily to your lips, Vanchu.
Have I not always served you loyally and well, Most High?
Yes, you have, but I think this country has been at peace too long. It is time I embarked upon another war. When the people are at peace, they plot and intrigue.
Tell me if there are any plots against you. Tell me the names of the plotters so that I may slay them.
I know not whether there are any plots against me, but I am a warlike ruler. By the might of my army, I hold my people. Still, we were talking of these men from the west. Now, if we are going to war, we want no strangers here. These men must die.
I'm in agreement with you, Most High.
Well, bring them before me. Bring them before me. 2 hours afternoon, when they enter the great audience chamber, let the death gong be sounded. I will speak with them and pronounce sentence of death.
You are the wisest, the most clever of monarchs, Most High.
Yes. One other matter I must discuss with you. What of this girl, the Princess Ilana? Shall I wed her?
That is for your highness to decide.
I have many wives. They quarrel frequently amongst themselves. Do I but take one more wife? There will only be more quarreling.
May I crave your favor, Most High?
Speak.
If the Most Serene Highness does not take the Princess Ilana for his wife, will he bestow her on his humble servant, Van Chew?
I have already bestowed 5 wives on you, Van Chew. Are you not satisfied yet?
I desire to wed the Princess Ilana, if your highness does not choose her.
All right. You may take her. I will make that proclamation tomorrow. Now, call a meeting of my high officers. We shall hold a council of war. Kubla Khan has been idle for too long. Let the war gongs be sounded, and let the trumpets blow. Let the people know that Kubla Khan goes to war.